What's up, ladies and gents, boys and girls? Your boy Dread is back with a Fate of the Furious fan movie review. I got a chance to see this movie last night. I'm just now giving you guys the review, but overall, my thoughts on it. Now, before I really do get started on the review, I want to say what everybody else is saying. This film series is 16 years in the making. 16 years, 8 films. And it is successful. It is getting more and more successful with every film that they make because they keep adding to the cast. They keep doing crazier and wilder stunts. And most of all, they keep building the story around something that, halfway makes sense. I'll get to that in a minute. But, yeah, this film was 16 years in the making. This whole series is 16 years in the making. Now, some people say that the series should have stopped after the third one, Tokyo Drift, because it wasn't very well received. Some people say that it should have stopped after the 5th Fast and Furious film because a lot of people say that is the #1 film of the whole series. And some people, me included, say that the film series should have stopped after 7 because of the death of Paul Walker. Rest in peace, Paul Walker. But, yeah, through all this, they managed to keep the film series fresh. It's eight films in, and Universal, they got something working because, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And also, to add to that, the film series has taken quite a few turns, no pun intended, because it went from the first couple of films. It was a film about underground street racing, and it was, a cop drama kind of film series. And then in the second one, when they introduced Roman Pierce, it was a, kind of a buddy cop film or an undercover buddy cop film. And then, in the next couple of films, they decided to make it a heist film where the main plot was to steal a major item or major amount of money. And now it turns out to be some kind of James Bond espionage kind of flick, or some kind of Mission Impossible kind of flick. And hey, it's working. And I even read a joke online that says with the next 2 Fast and Furious movies, it wouldn't be surprised if they decided to take the film series in space, or if it was like the main plot was like, the terrorist of the leader of a major terrorist organization has hijacked a nuclear missile and wants to shoot it into the sun to try to blow up the galaxy. It was probably they did something like that, even though that'd be wild. But just the special effects alone in the Fast and Furious series are wild. But hey, that's why we all watch. We don't go for the story. We don't go for the tremendous acting, even though the acting, is great in the movie. That's not what we're going. We're going to see fast cars and we're going to see explosions. Don't be so critical of the film. Just take it for what it is. And that's what a lot of the, major film critics need to understand, that, this is not a super serious movie. The plot in this movie is serious, but overall the film is about the cars, it's about the girls, and it's about the action and the explosions, with a couple of jokes sprinkled in there. But I'll get to that in a minute. But yes, the overall plot of this movie is Dominic Toretto going against his team. And of course, the movie started out, after all these years, the film stays true to its roots with the opening scene starting with the drag race. Like I said, I'm not really going to get too much into it. But yes, it starts out with a drag race. And Charlize Theron, and however the hell you pronounce her name, she is Cypher. And people thought that Cypher was an online, an underground terrorist organization. But that is actually her code name in the movie. And yes, Dominic Toretto goes rogue because she is holding something major over his head. Life-changingly major. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but for people who've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And now, with Hobbs, The Rock, he needs to assemble Dom's crew. He becomes the de facto leader to take Dom out or find out at least why he's gone rogue. And when you find out the reason, you're like, oh, that makes complete and perfect sense. And one aspect of the film is the comedy. Tyrese Gibson. It seems like every single movie or every single time he opened his mouth in this movie, when I went to the theater, everybody was busting out laughing at every one of his comedic antics, every little piece of dialogue. And the action, don't even get me started on the action. Now, for me, The Rock and Jason Statham is the one who really did steal the show for me, or Deckard Shaw. He really did steal the show for me. And of course, there's a couple of surprise appearances from, some past characters, but I'm not going to get too deep into that. Like I said, minor spoilers, nothing major. But, yeah, overall, this movie, I loved it. A lot of people will say that, some of it was cheesy. But the thing is, like, some of the jokes were cheesy, But thing is, they hit when they needed to hit. The jokes weren't like over the top, but they did just enough to make you laugh. The action, as always with the cars, alright, this is a minor spoiler, but there is a scene with a gigantic, ginormic, ridiculous amount of cars, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And it seems like now all the characters have some kind of superhuman ability. I mean, come on. The Rock is damn near the Incredible Hulk in this movie. He's Superman. And Vin Diesel, or Dominic Toretto, is damn near the Terminator. I mean, that's what it's like. But the thing is, in every single film, every single character in the film gets a decent amount of screen time. Hell, even the villain, because Charlize Theron, the villain even makes you feel some type of way because she seems so cold-hearted and emotionless, but then you find out the reason why she's doing what she's doing and why she has that over Dom. So, yeah. There's a lot, for a movie to be about street racing and for it to be about underground, the plot of this film, it has a deeper meaning than you think it does. But, yeah, just overall, just to wrap this up, the action, I will give it a 9. The acting, I'll give it a 7. The comedy, I'll give it an 8.5. Special effects, some of it was over the top, but I'll give the special effects an 8.5, 8.5 out of 10. But overall, I would give this movie an 8.5 out of 10 overall. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Fast and Furious 9 and Fast and Furious 10 just to see where they go from here, just because of how this movie ended. Anyway, for you guys who've seen the movie, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll be back with another video soon. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.